Remember this day, man. For it will be yours for all time.
We have shown them that a trembling hand can become a fist. We have challenged the idea that a slave must always know his place, excepting rotten lash because he was taught to accept it. We built their mighty republic with our hands and our blood and our lives. And we can see it fall at equal cost. You opened my eyes to this, Spartacus.
Underestimate your ability to rise from ashes. You may falter, you may fall, but within you burns a force stronger than any defeat. The strong understand this. Adversity does not destroy, it reveals. Every setback, every failure, every doubt is a call to rise, to crush the chains of limitation, and to reclaim your strength. Never underestimate your ability to adapt, to endure, and to build anew. The galaxy's greatest victories are not won by those who avoid struggle, but by those who face it head-on. Look inward. Your resilience is your greatest weapon, your determination, your unbreakable shield. Today, decide. Rise from the ashes, forge your future, and command the life you deserve. You are not bound by your past. You are defined by your next move. The galaxy awaits your greatness. Do not keep it waiting.
You niggas made a mistake. You should have never put my rhymes with Ray. Them thug niggas have arrived in the judgment day. Hey, homie.
Life is a storm, my young friend. You will bask in the sunlight one moment, be shattered on the rocks the next. What makes you a man is what you do when that storm comes. You must look into that storm and shout as you did in Rome. Do your worst, for I will do mine. Then the fates will know you as we know you.
You didn't think I'd make it that easy, did you?
What lies beneath your feet? Sacred grounds, watered with tears of blood. Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Shall we begin?
Listen to Dragonstorm when I tell you that you've always been stronger, smarter, you've always had better ethics and better morals. Trust me when I tell you, a narcissist only has as much control as you allow them to have. They only have as much control as they can manipulate. And if they can't manipulate you, if they can't do nothing to you, it doesn't matter. 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 It doesn't matter.
You can't escape your pain. You say it every day. I won't say your name. Forget my face. You can't escape your pain. I won't feel your shame. I won't feel your shame. You know I'm not the one to blame. I'm not the one to blame. I'm not the one to blame. You can't escape your pain. You say it every day. You can't see straight. You can't see straight. You can't see my face. I'm right in front of you. You can't see my face. I'm in your empty space. I'm in your empty space. I don't need to share my space. I don't need to share my space. You can't escape. You can't see straight.
You have learned discernment. You have learned your strength. You understand your power. And you take it back from that narcissist when you say no more. Their smears, their lies, the way they try to frame certain narratives in a way to make them look like the victim or the hero, which they are not. The narcissist is always the villain. You know that. People who have been through it know that. And it doesn't matter what the people think about you. It doesn't matter what the people think about their smear campaigns, their lies, their narratives, or how they have to paint shit. They are in league with darkness, the devil. They are consumed by demons. And you, my brother and sister, you live in the light. You live in the real. You live from your heart. You move from strength, not fear. You took every lesson that hoovering hobgoblin sent your way, and you understood it. You integrated. You healed. You became your authentic self by turning those lessons into wisdom and strength. Never doubt who you are. Never doubt your strength. Those goblins, those demons in human skin suits, those burning clowns in the circus of narcissism are eventually going to find their karma. They will get hit. You cannot go around life destroying person after person, keeping hearts in a jar. You cannot do that without getting your karma. So stay strong. Believe in yourself. My love to y'all. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. And never again suffer these fools.
Sorry that I figured you out. I'm sorry that I always scream and shout. I'm sorry that you lost all your clout. I'm sorry that you lost all your clout. You know I'm still proud. Can't escape your pain. That you put your album out. It won't take me 30 years. Can't escape your But you know I'm still proud.
And hail the chat. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Just want to say hi to the people that showed up early. Sorry, we started a little late. That was my fault. I did that. Barking Spiders in the house. What's going on, dude? Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Hail to my audience from across the pond. Ireland showing up. What's up, sweetheart? Thank you so much for being here. The Savage is in the house, guys. Mortal Call, please put a link into your new channel. This is Mortal Call's new channel, Savage Spirituality. Please check him out. He is my cohort. He is the other half of the Train Wreck Express. We're going to come rolling through the United States next year. Can't wait to do that. Go on a tour. What is up? Robin Taylor, good to see you. Hail, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce you guys to someone that I met over on Instagram. She is a narcissistic abuse survivor. She's also a person who talks about this topic, very important from the female perspective, and we need a little bit of that. We got a lot of testicular fortitude over here at Dragonstorm. We need some mammary mammoths in this mother. So here we are. Without further ado, please welcome Conversing with Conita. What's going on, sweetheart?
Hola, everyone. Thank you for having me. Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi.
It's good to see you. Thank you so much for showing up, and I appreciate you taking the time to come and be on the channel.
I thank you for having me. I truly thank you for having me, and thank you very much.
Very well.
I've been following you for years.
Oh, well, thank you. So you saw me at the low point and coming up then.
Yeah, you came along. Well, you just shot up. I'm like, look, maybe God just like got me in the corner right there, but you just shot up. I had to take my time.
I took my time too. Look, I was done, Conita, and these Hoover and Hobgoblins came back last year and just got me stirred up again. So I just haven't stopped since then. You know, it's one thing you can always depend on from a narcissist is them trying to test you again, them coming back around, them trying to Hoover you back.
Ooh, yes. I got a lot of Hoovers from Thanksgiving up until, New Year's or whatever. They are so stupid. This part right here, I'm always saying this, like they're always like with the random Google unknown numbers and whatever, and or the unknown calls or whatever, and they are so damn stupid. You wouldn't believe how many text messages that I got like during all this holiday, that it was like hello, hi, blah blah. First of all, it's just like you and I. If I got a new phone number, I would text you and like, hey, Dragonstorm, this Conita, lock this in. But just to be like, hi, nobody about to do that. I'm not about to be conversing with your ass when, because they don't want you to know that's them. But you got to be stupid as hell to not know that it's them. Like, I'm not about to do this. I was so pissed off. It seemed like they can sense your happiness.
Yeah.
It's just like these demons can like sense your happiness, and I'm like I'm like literally enjoying my holiday time. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, well, look, I don't know what I can say here.
No, you go right ahead. You say what you need to say.
I'm trying, y'all. Y'all gotta forgive me. I'll try right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, okay, so I'm not in a relationship, and I'm like, this year is gonna be my 5th year out or whatever. But it just depends on you. My trauma was like really, really bad. So I just wanted to focus and isolate myself and focus on me, because my escape was like different, because you were still in Florida when I got down here. I do know that much. You were still in Florida, and I was like excited when you were doing your videos. I was watching your videos when you were still in Florida, and I'm like, oh, a survivor. It would be nice to like connect with another survivor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was an interracial relationship, so I don't want to say, because I don't want nobody to feel some type of way. But it's just like, as soon as I started healing, that particular race just started DMing like all over the place.
So I mean, yeah, I was down in Florida at that time. I was actually dealing with it. I was isolated myself, and you're right. One of the aspects of dealing with this after you've been manipulated, abused, emotionally stalked, all the things that we go through, is you need to isolate. You need to spend time looking. Narcissist already isolates you. First off, you isolate yourself from your friends because they're like, why are you still dealing with this craziness? And they don't understand that there's a trauma bond, that you're psychologically bonded to all of this havoc and this trauma. And the narcissist comes back and pours honey in your ear and keeps trying to get you to come back and gives you those promises that you never keep. So it's a very difficult situation. You get isolated from your friends, and then the narcissist will isolate you from your support system, from any of your positive support systems, get in between you and your friends, start trauma, start rumors about you. So the difficult truth of it is having to further isolate even after everything, because you've really got to work on yourself. You got to work on healing your inner child. You've got to work on overcoming your traumas. Now, what was that journey like for you, Conita? Like, how did you deal with that isolation and healing?
So, before it came to the isolation part of it, I come from a very spiritual background. Like, I'm not like deep into religion like that. I just want to have my own relationship with the Most High the way I have it. So I'm not going to be like, I'm this, I'm that, or whatever. And I do come from a biracial background as well. So that's why, I didn't have a problem with, opening up to other races or whatever. But it was the first time that I ever dated someone that's your race. And it kind of like messed me up a little bit. But then once I started like separating the spiritual side of it, it wasn't a race thing. Because the devil was trying to make me think that it was a race thing. But it wasn't. I actually had more narcs before I ever got with this guy or whatever. Coming from, I'm born and raised from Chicago, and I met the narc when I moved to Minnesota. We're in the Midwest right now, okay?
Yeah.
And we were friends. Everything's cool. They got those covert narcs, they have a really good way of hiding who they are, especially if you're their friend, because you're not looking at them that type of way. So They can get away with, you know, having you in their life for a long, long time until you cross that road. What now is now a relationship or whatever. Okay. And then, so long story short, I'm an entertainer, still an entertainer. I traveled all around the world, all around the country, doing my comedy, my music, my plays, and things. I got a lot going on, and but I'm a school teacher right now. Oh, got the Bible. I'm sorry, y'all. My Bible pen just fell out my damn head, but I'm about to pull it out. I'm like, what the hell is this? It's the knot.
You're falling apart.
Okay, and so that's how the narc found me, because I was doing a performance, and like I said, I'm a comedian. I was on stage or whatever, and that's how I met the narc or whatever. But coming from Chicago, they made narcissism seem so normal, if I can say that. Like, you couldn't complain about nothing when you're in the hood of Chicago. Like, people will be thinking something wrong with you when you're feeling like something is wrong, and then you want to get some type of help for whatever is wrong. But I call it hood institutionalized. I was hood institutionalized. It's like we wasn't even looking for husbands or anything. We were like looking for the biggest drug dealer. They got the best cars and the rims and the beats and all that. That gonna be my baby daddy. I just found my baby daddy, y'all. He on 10-inch rims, y'all. Look, so
I've ignored red flags my whole life too, Conita. I understand. I'll run right at him.
My whole entire life, and I'm just like, okay. But I think this last one, it just hit harder because I was older and I felt like I should have known better, and I didn't have no boundaries or anything like that. And I'm just like this free-spirited person, like, but we met in Minnesota, so we moved down here to Florida. Okay, because he had a couple of options, like, because of his, his company, he was self-employed. So his company, he can go wherever he wanted to go. And he was like, pretending like he didn't like the code no more because I didn't like the code no more. So we had like 3 options of Florida, Georgia, or Texas. And I was like, just Florida, because I love the nature here. I love everything about Florida and everything. But
that's beautiful.
I was kind of waking up a little bit. So I was thinking like, man, we're not going to Atlanta for so many reasons. We're going to put it that way. We're not going to go to Atlanta. Okay. And so once we got down here in 2019, and then COVID hit. So that's when the mask came off. I was locked down with a clown. I was locked down with a demon.
Right.
I'm talking about I was locked down. Jeez. This clown wore like 5 different damn masks. And then as the lockdown started going, and progressing, you know what I mean? Like it started getting to the point like we wasn't like completely locked down. But when that lockdown went down and that narc can go out there and cheat with Diddy in the closet with R. Kelly and no baby oil, this part. This is the part that I don't have any shame. People are like, I'm not embarrassed. I mean, I probably was at one point. Yeah. But when it's like nobody wants to compete with someone that you want to be with. But I know I had to compete against black women, white women, black men, white men, Hispanic, trainees, wigs with glue, wigs with no glue.
Male narcs, man, they put in everything. I got
male narcs, like, so that really effed me up. Like, I did not think like I was all open for the interracial thing or whatever, but I did not know I had to compete with so much, and I had to compete with the mask, and I had to compete with this and that, and when I started to realize like what was really going on, because the narc, like I said, the narc had their own company. So it was like money was not an object. But I did not have can I say what, essential job? But the narc did. The narc is IT. which that's a whole nother story on why I am continuing to be stalked. You know, because this narc was IT. I was an entertainer. Okay. So I wasn't essential at all. But then once the mask came off and everything like that, and I was like realizing what I was going through, I was like physically, visually seeing demons because I come from a spiritual family. I remember having nightmares where God was trying to show me who this person was. I had a whole Jezebel nightmare where God was trying to show me who this person was. And I look, y'all, my story, I probably got to come on here 3, 4, 50, 11 times to tell my story. Because at the end of the day, the fake ass best friend ended up being the new supply. So on my music, when I say on my music that the new supply was on the hook, the new supply was on the hook, literally.
Wow.
And on the music. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yes. Yes. I don't get triggered about it. I'm not going to delete my music or her on the hook or whatever, you know, but everything started coming out. I remember one day that, you know, because she was one of my performers, which I paid. And I remember we was on the road and Narc decided to come on this trip with me to do this show that I was going to do. I've been to Vegas. I've been to like all Atlanta. I've been to Turks Caicos, Jamaica, Dominican Republic. I'm like, what I'm saying, I was really this big thing. You know what I mean? And I hired her. Now I hired her to go like sleep with the damn Narc. She signed up for that on her own. Right. I'm in Netherlands. Look, I'm in the Netherlands trying to do my show. Now I'm trying to be discreet, but it's the Netherlands. I ain't got nothing to say about that part.
and he's hitting the clearance rack. That's fucked up.
Exactly. And I had to get over the part where we're trying to compare who they're creeping with. Now, being in the closet with Diddy with no baby oil, I'm not competing with nothing with that. And she was right. And she was like completely, I'm not, I know on the camera, I look bigger than I am. I'm a little person. I'm like 5'2", 119 pounds. She was the complete opposite. So we'll get into this thing where we're trying to compare beauty on beauty. Narcs don't care.
Nope.
Narcs don't care. And I got to the point that, like, even when I got out, I'm sorry if I'm bouncing around, but even when I got out of the relationship, I got to the point, like, I was going to have to compete with so many people and so many things. And I'm not second to nothing. I'm not, so I'm not gonna be competing with you and Puffy with the baby oil. I'm not gonna be competing with you and women your race. I'm not gonna be competing with the opposite sex or the same sex. I'm not gonna be competing with these things. And I was so mad because it was like, we could have just stayed friends. Why did you try to bring it over here? Which destroyed me. Like totally destroyed me. I think the final, okay, it's not the final straw. I got a bunch of final straws. When he took he took his dumb ass. He took his dumb pepper. Let me lie. I'm about to say so I shouldn't be saying. Look, he took his dumb ass in the bathroom. You know, preparation H. I had to say it. And gelled up his hair with the.
I understand. Look, they love it's okay, Conita. It's like I understand. Look, I was triangulated with one of them. All right, with a rainbow dragon.
I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. So this clown and went gelled up his hair and to form devil horns. You know, like you know what I'm trying to say, devil horns, whatever. Yeah. And comes in my face and stand there and say some crazy ish, because I'm a chef. I got a cooking page. Y'all got to go see that. Conita's Kitchen. Cooking up with Conita. Your girl can cook. Like, I'm fine. Any man would want to be with me. I'm fine. I got the right to brag right now. All right.
Damn right.
So he goes there and he goes and gels his hair up into these devil horns and whatever and set it in my face. So I take my phone. I say, do you know how stupid you look right now? And before I snap the picture, it messed up his hair. That proves that they know what they're doing. Yes. They know what they are doing. Okay? Dragonstorm. This clown ass clown literally had a realtor supply that I didn't know it was supplied to. That white woman looked at me in my face because we were like sitting there like trying to find this place during COVID. And the white woman was like really like sketchy to me. I'm like, why is she icky like that? They would set you up in the worst way. You have no idea how many times this clown ass asshole set me up in the worst way where women could have had attacked me, even men. But women could have attacked me. So they like smear campaign you or whatever. So when the lady got to the point where this realtor, so-called realtor, was like, what do you do? She wanted my proof of my income and whatever, blah, 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 blah. So as I'm explaining to her who I am and what I do, the lady eyes got real big, like shocked. Narc sitting over there, like Salicio, sitting there looking dumb and stupid. And then I didn't figure this out until God revealed it after I got out of that relationship. But he was sleeping with that damn realtor. He was sleeping with that damn woman. And this woman is like looking at me like she thought I was going to be God awful to the dirt until she physically saw me. Cause I don't know what the hell the narc said to her about me. But the woman was like looking at me and whatever. And her and her mother had this realty company, and the mother was confused. And this woman was married.
Oh.
This woman was married. So he made up some excuse about, finding another realtor. I remember, they would set you up so bad. I remember going to Walmart or whatever, and this Jamaican chick, like I say, racist, just racist, okay? I mean, not like racist, like different races that he messed with. And he was like really intrigued with black women, if I can say.
Yeah.
He YT. I'm trying to get down these.
Right, honey, we love everybody. You say it how you say it. You speak it how you speak it. It ain't no damn shame. We got an international audience. Narcissistic abuse happens to all different peoples. Doesn't matter what your gender is. Doesn't matter where you come from. Doesn't matter what your race is. We are all together, survivors and strivers, standing strong, slaying these narcs. So no, please,
I'm not racist. I'm not racist.
It ain't racist to point out somebody's tribe. I'm Celtic. I'm not a freaking Slavic. People call me white. I don't give a shit. Whatever. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter.
Well, I heard that we can't say white, so I say YT. So okay. he was YT.
Okay.
The first time I ever dated a YT. Like, I mean, I'm biracial, so I don't care. You know what I mean? And but I never knew that this narc was okay. Let me get back to the Walmart story. I'm about to skip. So I remember we was like shopping at Walmart or whatever, and I'm seeing this Jamaican chick like sashay from one end of the Walmart. Like I don't know how much y'all listen to R. Kelly, but y'all know that song where he's like, "Move your body like a snake, ma." This serpent, this serpent came from way on the other side of Walmart. Got like 5 feet in my face, staring me with that narcissistic look at my face, that narcissistic ass smirk. So she gets in my face, and I'm like, "Excuse me, can I help you?" And she's like, and Narc is in his phone, and I don't know what made me say it. I turned and I whipped my head around. I was like, "Do you know her?" Narc never took his eyes out of that phone. Narc was like, But if let's say you and I was dating, some chick comes in my face and I ask you, "Do you know her?" You're going to be as curious as I am, especially if you don't know her, right? Yeah. Narc never took his damn demonic ass eyes at that damn phone. And I didn't know at the time. I just didn't know at the time. And it's just like, you will literally be sitting there with somebody that they banging on, that they hunting. You will be literally eating and breaking bread with someone that they're hunting on.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. They don't care.
Now this narc wouldn't even fan. This knock would be so embarrassing and thought that it was God's gift to whatever, that like we had this swimming pool, you know what I mean? And the knock would just like walk out there ass naked. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, everybody has a ring camera. I don't want these people to think I'm some type of black ass freak with your ass. You know, and that body was not banging. Now, I probably could have walked out. Y'all girl got me listening. I probably could have walked out there butt ass naked, and everybody would have wanted me on the ring cam. But not this, not
be on fire.
Right. And I'm like, you acting like you get it like that. They be doing all this cheating when you need ping pills. Your ping don't even work. They be around here cheating so bad that these ping pills are not even working anymore.
What, Conita, you said like 8 things already about narcs that don't seem true. And that's one of them. How could you be a deviant? How are you putting things up your ass? How are you, with no diddy oil? How are you, with this one and this one and this one, and you're packing a heart off? I don't understand. I don't understand what that is or what that's about. But real quick, I would like to say hi to the chat's had a couple things to say. I just wanted to go and say hi to those.
I'm sorry. I'm not keeping up with the chat. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. That's my job. I'm moderating. I'm interviewing. First off, you're the best.
You guys don't know. Like, I'm saying things to you guys I never even say on my own channel. I'm doing it on your channel because I don't think Narc will find your channel, like that. I got to be careful on my channel because I'm still being stalked or whatever. But I feel like you're giving me the platform to be really honest on what I had to deal with or whatever. And it's a lot. It's a lot.
Sweetheart. I know. I get it. I have stood in a room with a group of dudes that were all banging my ex at the same time that she was getting off of. I have dealt with that situation. Like I said, I've dealt with, and I understand what you're talking about, the triangulation. Before I get to the chat, guys, with you.
And they be wanting you to be friends. Let's look, they be wanting you to be friends with the people that they banging on.
People that they're banging,
yeah. And then don't get to the point. They're so damn bold or whatever. They'll get to the point where they don't have no one. Oh my God, I think I lost. Can you hear me?
I'm here.
Okay, so they'll get to the point where they're so bold where they have no one else to talk to. Like, I was locked down with that clown. They have no one else to talk to you, so they're actually telling on themselves, talking to you like you the homie. Like, you the homie. Yes. And I'm just thinking, like, what the hell was that? Like, I remember, like, the narc would be like, oh, I had a business meeting. We went to the strip club, and the stripper gave me my number. Now, what did this not expect me to say, right? They be talking to you like they have no one else to share this information, but some of them really actually want you to know that. And the narc kept trying to triangulate me with white women. I'm not low self-esteem like that, okay? I ain't give a damn about the white women. You over there diddying around. That was way much more. Look, I got to go to the doctor now. I got to be checked out. Like, mentally, spiritually, physically. You think I'm worried about white women? The white women aren't even worried about me. We all got to we need some milk. We need an emblem. We need an emblem. These narcs are so crazy. Like, having sex with them, you actually need an emblem. Yeah, they're so sick and disgusting. And my thing was like, how no one's that damn horny. I had the first red flag that I disrespected that first red flag, because when that clown was like, oh, I need to have sex every day, and I'm thinking like, look, mommy down there don't work like that. Mommy got to have a break. Mommy got to go sleep a little bit. Mommy not working like that, but I didn't think nothing about it. I just like dismissed it or whatever. But then I did realize, no. You do need it every day. And I never in my life, in my entire life, been with any man that you know how you wake up, you might go, y'all got to drain the balls, pee, whateve, have some breakfast, orange juice, whatever. I never met someone in my entire life that they had to wake up to corn. And yes, they did need it every damn day, but it was just like they had this. You know what I mean?
Well, there is so much to go through. Let me go through the chat real quick because you're bringing up a lot of great points. Edward Barry's there says, excellent energy and positive attitude. Nice to see. Thank you very much, Ed.
Oh, thank you.
HR is in the chat. What's up, HR? Good to see you. Angela Straven is here. Thank you so much for being here. Jillian, one of the Dragonstorm harem. She's been a part of this channel community for a long time. She says, congratulations on 5 years out, Conita.
Thank you. Yeah, 2025 is about to be my year, but like I ain't trying to be racist, like I said, but who sent them? Y'all, look, who sent them? Because I'm just gonna be, I was ready. Listen, guys, I was ready to be the cat lady, but I wanted Savannah's. So if anybody know anything about cats, I wanted 4 Savannah's. Come knock on this door. Knock on this damn door. Knock on my damn door. I'm about to release these damn Savannah's on your ass. And one of them, their name's gonna be Hope, Peace, Chamber, and Bullet. I'm gonna be 2 girls too. I plan.
Oh, shit.
I was to be the cat lady, y'all. I was to be the cat lady, but y'all gonna be having to deal with my Savannah's.
Robin Taylor says, I am 10 years in recovery from a narcissist who was my ex-husband. 10 years in recovery. I'm glad that you're out of that situation. Knowing your worth, recover yourself, love yourself. That's the first step. Create strong boundaries. And you will attract love into your life. Bark and Spider says, it can take years to find a covert. I mean, we're hearing that story right now. So that's to that one right there. Can I answer real quick? The reason why the people like, how did he go on? I was at like 5 years with that narc. People don't understand. I am an entertainer, so I was traveling all around the world, all around the country, and so did Narc, because Narc had its own IT business. So it was like I didn't get the red flags because we were all over the world. Sometimes we can do jobs in the same city or the same state or whatever, but I didn't get it until COVID kicked my ass. I'm telling y'all. So it's like, don't feel dumb or nothing like that. I did feel dumb at some point, and I introduced this clown into my family, which my family is very spiritual. And I was embarrassed about that when I had to come back and tell them, like, I need hope. I need hope. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very good point, Conita. Don't be embarrassed, guys, because these are people who are practiced at deception. They've been doing this their entire lives. They have their false self is an amalgamation of several different personalities that they have taken from others. They have learned how to lie, how to manipulate, how to get into your head, employ dark psychology in order to get you to question yourself, to gaslight yourself, into thinking that you're the problem when they are the person who is abusing you the entire time. Jillian, HR says a whole brigade of demons. Yeah, they're out there. Robin says that she was in Georgia and she knows Atlanta. Jill's asking, was he obsessed with butt stuff with his butt? I guess.
Okay, so I got a story about that. So, look, I'm sorry. Can I be blunt?
Oh, go right ahead. There's a lot of people asking. This is a top topic. You go right ahead. We've even got pronouns in here. Someone said his pronouns were butt and stuff. Please go ahead.
Okay. I'm very secure in my body. I'm very secure in my sexuality. I'm very secure in me. So that was the reason why I never would have thought it was like a DL thing. You know what I mean? Like, sis can pop it on a handstand and swing around a damn chandelier. But it was like when I realized that that's not what it was. A lot of content creators talk about how some narcs wish they were a woman. I think this narc really wish it was me, because I remember, a lot of so I worked with a lot of people in the rainbow community. I would get women, men, gay men, transsexuals, and trainees, and whatever. They would hit on me, which confused the hell out of me. But they would hit on me. And then the narc would be like, everybody likes you, but you don't even want it. I didn't understand what that meant. I didn't, and I'm like, no, it's just the entertainment community. I didn't think nothing about it.
He was living for you. Yeah.
So this narc was vicariously living through me, wanting to be me. You know what I mean? So it was like it was so mad that I didn't have to do much to get someone interested. And I'm not, guys, please forgive me. I'm not trying to say I'm conceited. I don't think I'm God's gift to nothing. You know what I mean? But a lot of people were attracted to me, and they didn't even give a damn that narc was there. They would like walk up like, "Hey, blah 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 blah," and, you know. And as a musician, you know, I'm in the studio and whatever, and everybody. Let me say something. They are the ones that we are least attracted to. We are so least attracted to them. They're like nothing about them, but they put that mask on to the point where you just fall in love with this personality that is actually you, because they're mirroring you. So I dismissed the ugly part. I showed it. Ugly as hell. Look like somebody smashed this clown ass clown in between the car door and ran it over with a tire.
Damn.
Because I felt like you're just going for good looking guys. You're just going for these good looking guys. That's why you're feeling and being treated like trash. So I decided that I was going to go for somebody that I'm not attracted to. Why do that? It was the worst relationship I ever had. I look, I'd rather been clowned and dogged by that fine ass dude with the good D than this clown ass clown.
Right.
At least I would have got some good D. Something. Like I'm just like, at least this clown ass clown was fine. I'm telling you guys, I had some fine ass men. And when I say every race, I'm talking about I had some fine ass men. But this one was the worst and the most unattractive worst. You know what I mean? And although I ain't gonna lie, this thing did make a little bit more money than I did, but I was the entertainer. I was. You know what I mean? And this person was like married for whatever amount of years and whatever. So I was always that, okay, I don't know if I told you guys, we're friends first. So this clown was vicariously living through me, but I didn't know like vicariously living through me as actually being a female. I remember this narc was like, everybody like you and you don't even want it. I didn't even know what that meant. Like, I don't even know what that means. Everybody likes you and you don't even want it.
It's that demon spirit, Conita. So what I've understood about that demon spirit of narcissism is that with narcissistic men, they usually have mother wounds, but whatever their damages are, they're women inside. They're toxic women inside.
That family has some incest inside. Some sick ass incest. I ain't even gonna try. I don't want to re-trigger my damn self. That family was so incessive, if that's a word. But that family like was disgusting once I figured it out. Disgusting.
It is a shame too. Like, I mean, I got to say this just for the humanity of it. It's a shame what happens to these people in their childhoods that makes them what they are. Like, because at one time that person's a victim, and I think that a lot of our empathy, those of us who are open-hearted, we look at what a person's been through, what their damages are. Like, we want to help heal them. You know, we want to be there for them.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they're not looking to be healed. You know, they made that decision a long time ago that they don't want to be healed, that they want to pass on pain, pass on trauma, and take the low.
And they want to drag us down to the pits of hell. And I was not. Yeah. I'm not cool with that at all. Yeah. But like, I don't want to say it like that because I don't want to make fun of whatever that caused them to be a narc. God don't like that. No, so right. I just feel like why did I have to be punished for that? Like, I wasn't the one that did that to you. And we sometimes have our own childhood wounds, but yes. You know, we're not hurting people like that.
Well, it's a decision that we make, you know. Like I was in an abusive household, the whole shebang, like every way you could think. And I was raised by a narcissistic man, so a father. And so like, there was definitely a time, there was an arc in my history. And I was thinking about this last night when I was talking with Lacey, that I could have been a narcissist. I could have made that decision. I could have used that shell to further protect myself in adolescence. And at some point I just made that choice. I'm not going to take that route. Like, I'm going to love other people. I'm going to heal myself. I'm not going to use and lie and be that way. And I think we all, when we come out of that protection mechanism, because the narcissistic shell is a protection mechanism from childhood, from a strenuous environment, from abuses that we go through, needing to protect ourselves. I mean, it's kind of, you know, it's something, it's a defense mechanism. But if you don't do the work, if you don't really introspect, look at yourself, check yourself, if you don't take that time, then you can quite easily go into adolescence and just be a lying, manipulative, selfish person. And then eventually, you know, become a narcissist.
I didn't have a perfect childhood, and I didn't understand why the narcissist would like really get mad. I was a daddy's girl, so my father's side of the family is biracial. So we're Creole, Black Italian, and Native American, and my mom's side is Native American and Black. And I didn't understand why the narc would always get mad, because I was just like, I was daddy's girl, I was granddaddy's girl, I was uncle's girl. Like none of the men in my family never touched me or did nothing wrong to me. Like you know, when you grow up, you pretty much only know your mom's side of the family. I didn't. I grew up with my dad's side of the family, you know. And my dad, when I say I was daddy's girl, I never understood why the narc would get mad at that. Like, it didn't make sense to me. And both of my parents are now deceased. And that's when I got with the narc. I lost my parents in 2014, 5 months apart. And on my mom's side, there's nobody left. It's just my dad's side of the family. That's my white side. I call it, that's my white side. But I never understood why the narc was just like always mad when I was just like, I'm daddy girl. My daddy was my world. So I didn't have daddy issues.
Yeah, it was because you were healthy. It's because you had a structured family. He did not, you know, and he's reenacting the abuses that he went through. You know, that narcissistic men, if they have mommy wounds, they're looking for their mom in another. They're looking for someone to replace that mother figure so they can abuse mom. And
I was that person. Yeah. So I'm going to say this, and I'm going to kind of like try to be discreet. Okay. I knew that he had mommy issues. The mother was adopted. She was like Native American and Caucasian. So she never knew her real family. But the incest that happened in that family, I know that it became from that mother and then one of the sisters, which was a like super flying monkey or whatever. He didn't like tell me, but one day he was like, let's go see my mom. And, you know, I don't really want to go see her, but it's Mother's Day. Like, he had to force himself. Like, if she fell and broke her hip or whatever, or it was a holiday, he had to force himself, but he had to interject me. It was like he wanted me to entertain her. But I remember, like, we got there, and when the door opened, this stench of urine and feces, like, you are a millionaire. Are you going to let your mom sit here in urine and feces? Like, what the hell is going on here? Like, I didn't understand. So I'm in there trying to, like, you know, not say nothing. And he's looking there spaced out and whatever, while I'm just trying to communicate with this woman that I don't know. But I figured out soon after that, that's where the abuse came. So, okay, I'm about to say something. I'm going to say something a little funny. So he was like, yeah, my mom took me to Jerusalem when I was like 9 years old. And, you know, I wandered off and I got lost and she didn't look for me. And, you know, she went to the airport and I was lost and I was scared. So I didn't know how to take that seriously. So I was like, well, you was in Jerusalem? She wasn't worried about you. Because Jesus was right there. I was like, Jesus, I was like, Jesus is going to get you back to your mom and whatever. So I was like, well, how did you get back, you know, from Jerusalem with Jesus? And he was like, some people found him and brought him back. But it really scarred him because she just really didn't care. Like, she just really didn't care. And I think I triggered him when I was like, no, I just think she was okay with Jesus bringing you back, whatever. And he was telling me about the crazy stuff she would do to his dad, like drive a car into the house or whatever. And I just didn't, like the mom was like really crazy, but I think that's when the ancestry thing came in.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, sweetie. And Thank you guys for so much for being here. Please make sure to smash the like, share out the link. Greatly appreciate you. And remember to subscribe to Conversing with Conita, guys. Greatly appreciate you. So, Conita, tell me what got you starting to do narcissistic abuse awareness content? What motivated you to do that?
That is a great question, because before my friend just left here, I'm not shy. I'm not shy. I was on the stage since I was 3 years old with, music, because I come from a family, a background with music or whatever. I did it to heal myself, but also to help other people. And I just recently had a doctor's appointment about something that was like nothing relating to narcissism. And the doctor was like, have you ever thought about having therapy? And I didn't think what I was going through needed therapy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm having hot flashes. That was all my whole thing. Like, I'm hot and cold, I'm hot and cold. It wasn't a big thing, right?
Right.
So the doctor was like, have you ever talked to a therapist? And I was like, no, but give me two. Because I need one to deal with the hot flashes and the other one to deal with the narcissism, because I went through it on my own. I didn't have a therapist bring me through this thing. I had to figure out on my own what the hell I was going through.
Right.
Because they make you feel like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You know what I mean? And like, I had to try to think about what I'm a strong girl. I'm a very, very strong girl. You know what I mean? And this narc knew that I was a very strong girl, and really, like, they date you because they hate you. Yes. And I had to learn that part. Yes. They date you because they hate you. And I have a Crohn's disease, and I don't know if you guys know what that is. That's why I'm like very tiny.
I understand.
And this creature was poisoning me. So when I got to the point where, and I'm still going to answer the question, but I got to the point where I had to start my own garden, because it was like soothing, healing, and it was keeping me away from the narc during the lockdown with the COVID. And then one day when that narc came in, like, yeah, because we're Midwest. So narc was like, yeah, there's some poisonous plants out there, so I hope it doesn't get into the food. That's when I knew I had to go. This is when I knew that narc was trying to off me. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
How could you?
Oh, I've heard this from so many different people.
And it would destroy my plants. Like, it would go out there and piss in the plants, destroy the plants, knock over the plants, put poisonous mushroom in the plants. Now, I told you guys earlier, I have a cooking page. So when that narc came to me, it's like, I hope don't no poison get in the food. And then the narc said, oh, one of your Crohn medications is this poisonous plant that grows here in Florida, and I'm like, why would you look that up? I didn't say it to the narc. Like, every time the narc came with me with something like that, I would not respond. I would not respond, because I just felt like this is not a conversation we need to have, because why are you saying that? I could have said that, like, why are you saying that? That's what they want you to do. That's what they want. I got poisoned. I got burnt. Not sexually burnt, like physically burnt with food. I got threatened. I got cheated on. I got lied to, gaslighted, and everything. Like, the narc know that I'm a really good cook. I even got future faked by the narc saying it was going to buy me a restaurant. Like, I never experienced such abuse. I never experienced such abuse. And I know I did nothing to deserve that. But like I said, God opened up my third eye. I don't know what you guys believe, but God opened up my third eye, and I saw the demon. I remember having a nightmare one time, and the demon was like, I hope I can say this, like, on top of the narc, up and down, whatever. And in a dream, I remember this. Yeah. It was the Jezebel.
Okay. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, so it was the Jezebel, and it had this sharp teeth and everything. And I remember in the dream, I kept reaching out to the narc, like, hey, babe, we gotta go. The narc's like, up and down, like, no, baby, no, it's okay. And that was something that the narc would say to me in real life, like, no, baby, it was okay. So it triggered me. And I remember the door opening up, and I saw this bright light. Have you guys ever watched The Exorcist? I saw this bright light, and I can hear God's voice say, "Come through the door." As I'm reaching out, like, we gotta go, and Narc like, "No, baby, no." But I went through that door by myself, and when I went through that door, that's when God unveiled everything. I used to have such night terrors and demonic attacks, and I used to be sexually abused in my dream. I have been raped. I've been raped in my dreams, like, and raped with the Narc, because I said this on another content creators page. Like, they'll grape you and you won't even know that it's great, because you're thinking like, oh, this is my wife, this is my husband, and you'll be fast asleep, like dead asleep, and next thing you know, here come the ping, which that Narc had to take 7 pills to get the ping. But anyway, I was still asleep. Okay. And I didn't know that I was being raped, because I'm sleeping, and I'm not saying I'm okay with this, and then it'll get to the point where they don't even care if you finish. They just grape you and go roll back over and go to sleep.
And it will happen in your dreams too. I've been attacked by the Jezebel spirit, seduced, raped, like spiritually.
That's spiritual.
This past year. Yeah, she would come to me, or that demon spirit would come to me with her and would do that. That's why, like, it's a spiritual awakening dealing with these demons. I mean, that's why I go so hard into that aspect, because some people do talk about it, but a lot don't. Like, this is spiritual warfare. This is the demon spirit of Narcissus. The Satan exists, and it's so much a part. It is true.
And it is true. So I remember I had a show in Atlanta where I was doing my music or whatever. They are so sick and disgusting. Like, this damn creature, when you get out, God will tell you and show you everything that you never saw when you were with them. So I'm on stage performing and whatever, and this big black chick, like, I did my show and I came off, and the judges judged me. I was the only female artist going against men, so I'm like, yeah, girl, I ain't scared. I ain't scared. I'm about to go in. Yeah. So I'm in this competition with all men, and then I get off the stage and I go, and I was gonna go sit down. So this big fat black chick was sitting next to him, and she looks at me and she was like, "Oh, is this your seat?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, I was just gonna talk to him." They know what they're be doing, because he could have said that way before I got there. Like, "Oh no, my girl's here. You know, you did a good job and so." They would set you up. You know how many women, even men, that would attack me because he set me up? They would set you up. I never told this in any of my videos. They would set you up where you would get attacked on the live or whatever. Yes. The triangulation is not a fucking joke. It's not a fucking joke, y'all. That triangulation is dangerous as hell. They even triangulate you with these damn demons when you're sleeping or whatever, and you're like, the demon is hunching on you or whatever. They triangulate you in the spiritual world, in the real world. They triangulate. Yes. Like, I know what I'm saying to you right now. I never said to no one. God is working through me right now. Like, I'm not lying to you guys. I hope you guys are listening to me. Like, they would do the worst. And then I want to say this, and then you guys can ask me any questions after this. When God allows that alignment, like the universe aligns it, like, I've been 4 years out. I've been with that clown for 5 years. So this year will be the 5th year in December and whatever. And I'm like, processing my cleansing and celibacy and, all that stuff. But I had to rid those soul ties. And whatever. Yes. Yes. But they're picking up more soul ties as you're reading your soul ties. Whatever. I was not just in a rush. I needed to work on me. I need to work on why I dealt with that and my boundaries and my healing. Okay. On my healing, they never heal. They just move on to the next person with all that baggage on top of baggage. They worse than Erica, but they were with the bag lady. They way worse than that. Okay.
Yeah. Spiritual STDs all around.
All the way around the board. You know what I mean? Like, and so I had to, like, cleanse, repent, cleanse, repent. Man, y'all, when I'm talking about I was on that STD test, when I had to fly back to Minnesota, like, check me for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Check me for everything. I literally, listen, you guys, I literally had to write a note to my doctor, like, because you know, when you go to doctors, women, I don't know about men, but women, they be like, are you safe? I slid that note like, and I like wrote the note and I was like, shh, because the narc was on my phone, tapped in my phone. I'm like, shh. So I hit the phone and kind of like in the drawer, and I was like, and I read, she like went and talked to the other doctors, and she wrote back like, what do you want me to do? Everything. Test me for everything. So the narc dropped me off at that doctor's appointment because the narc drove up, and that's a whole nother story why the narc like to drive at the truck stops, tooted up in the air at the rest stop, tooted up in the air at the hotel, tooted up in the air, chicks with wigs with glue that don't work, tooted up in there. Anyways.
Preach.
But I flew in.
Mm-hmm.
I flew my black ass in. And I flew my black ass back because I knew it was going to take 3 days up and 3 days back. And my escape plan, you got to get me back on the escape plan. I'm not going to do it tonight because it'll be pretty long. So after I slipped the doctor all the note, like, mommy need her Muffy changed. Like, check this. Muffy needs to be good. Okay? Like, pat on it, blow on it, chew on it, whatever. But thank God, Muffy was good. Muffy was clean. I mean, it came back with some normal PHB unbalanced things. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It came back with some, but it wasn't like an STD or nothing like that.
But that comes from all the cheating that he did.
Yeah. So my PF balance was to the left, to the right, and whatever.
Right.
You know, but it wasn't like technically, you know, an STD or whatever. And then I got back to Florida, and that's when my escape game came. So I'm ended right there because you get me back on the show. When I say my escape game was crucial and it was nothing but God, y'all gonna be laughing y'all ass off.
So before we go there, I want to circle back around and talk about a couple things I think that are very important. So you brought up the triangulation game. All right. So there's two aspects of this. When you're dealing with these narcs guys, you're dealing with the 5D, all right, and you're dealing with the 3D. Okay. The spiritual attack that you are under, the evil eye, the mania, the collection of different people's energies when they're having sex with all these different people.
Yeah.
All of this is being consumed by the energy vampire. People call narcissists energy vampires. They are energy vampires. They're siphoning. And they're also like a cup of different juices and fluids and energies, and they're all from nasty people sharing it with you while they're taking your light. The demon inside of them absolutely loves the trauma and drama. They love creating these. That's why they fight so much. That's why they triangulate. It's why they do what they do. And those demon spirits don't care. That demon spirit does not care about the narc. All right, it gives them powers. It gives them abilities, but does not care about them.
This clown needed 7 pink pills just to get through one session. It's like the damn thing don't even work no more, but they still find a way to just keep cheating. It was to the left, it was to the right. The damn thing was sitting on the balls. Like, how do you do all this cheating when it don't even work?
That's hard off, as Immortal Coil said. But it's because it is not about the sexual act. It's the addictive behavior of the narcissist and what they and how they think. They have a manic mind. They're a very addictive personality. When they're like that, when they're a sexual deviant, it's about the adulation. It's about using an object. It's about the manipulation. It's about making somebody. It's about tricking someone. It has nothing to do with a shared experience. It's literally abuse in some form and feeling control. So it really has nothing. Dude, he can be pushing rope all day. That narc will be pushing rope all day. That's why they love their anus, because they can always take it in the ass.
Man, and I was wondering why all the tux pads and the preparation age and all that. I was just like, what the hell is this? Look, I was so confident in my sexuality. I didn't use toys and watch porn or nothing like that. So when I started finding all these toys and things from Amazon and fake butts and plugs, and I'm like, I don't even know what it is. I didn't even know what it was.
Let me explain, Conita. All right, if there is a spiritual sigil for your Narc X, all right, this is for all rainbow dragons. All right, it is a flag with a gaping plowed man ass. That's what it is. Face up, ass up, face down. It's what it is. I don't understand it that these male narcs, they love it. But I was, I was,
planting that flag on the moon.
It's the aspect. I actually kind of wanted to go a little further back when you were talking about setting you up, because they do that. They will do that all the time. Narc X, like I said, have me in a room full of dudes she's plowing for money and drugs or whatever she's doing, and then expect us all to be friends and talking. And there is a difference. Some supply are actually other narcissists or other toxic people. Like you were talking about that Jamaican woman that walked up to you. She had them narc eyes. Because they will work with one another. Like Dinesh, narc abuse coach, put this video out that I was like, no, this is totally wrong. Narcissists hate each other and they don't work together. Yes, they absolutely do. They absolutely do. They love coming together because it's a constant source of supply for two narcissistic people.
And that best friend supply lines that I did not talk to you guys about. Let me tell you, I told her that the man that she was with was a DL narc because he was one of my actors in my plays. And I told her all the truth. And you know how she repaid me? By teaming up with the narc, sleeping with the narc behind my back, destroying me, being his main flying ass monkey. And I'm thinking this is my friend. So I'm like telling her all these things the whole entire time. And I remember when God was like, she called me one time, God was like, don't pick up that phone. And I looked up and I was like, no. God was like, don't pick up that phone. And everything came out.
Listen, honey, I was with Narc X one time. This is years ago. And we went over to a friend of hers that she had had since like middle school to get pictures of her son's first birthday party that she did not have. While we were there, Narc X saw the dude that she was seeing. Within 1 week, she was banging that chick's dude after she gave her those pictures, because in the narcissist's mind, you did this beautiful thing for me. Now I have to stab you because how dare you be a good person?
Yeah, they hate us for loving. They hate us for loving.
Yes.
They want us for it, but then they hate us for it.
Yep. Yeah.
I just thank God I got with my health. My health means so much to me.
It does, honey. And the thing is I've talked to so many, like I coach narc abuse victims now. I have for several months. There are so many stories that I hear, men and women who go through these like really physical problems, and usually has to do with the gut, with the sacral chakra,
That's
the emotional
me.
centers.
With my Crohn's disease, I've never been so sick.
And that because when they're having sex with you and they're exchanging that energy, they're screwing up your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your emotional center, your heart chakra, but most especially with the act of sex, which is why the demon spirit is so fascinated with it. Like I said, these women and men, they all have gut problems. They all have digestive problems. They all have problems with that part of their body because that's where your emotional center is.
And my body was banging. My body used to be banging. I'm 100 and I'm in my high school weight. My body was popping, like, and I'm so skinny right now. And it's just like so crazy, but I still try to rock this skinny. Like my booty kind of still hanging up in there, but like it tried to drain the life out of me and suck everything out of me, and was so jealous because my body used to be banging. Sis ain't got no BBLs, no breast implant. I just had a banging ass body, but
so you used to remember manifestation, Conita. I'm touching your spiritual side. You are banging. Remember that manifestation. Don't make that happen. All right, you are beautiful. You are banging.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hail the chat. Much love. Fucking Alex, my buddy, he comes through. He says they hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah, but they are anus.
He said they hate us because they hate us.
Because they're anus. They want that anus. And I'm like, look, bro, I don't do all that. I'm like, I don't do all that. I think Nana good enough. We don't need to go in the back door. Look, Nana good enough, but it took me a lot. It took me a lot, you guys. It took me a lot. And
I get it.
Like I said, this is gonna be my 5th year or whatever. And I'm just like, who sent you? Because I'm talking about the DM is like banging, and I'm like I said, I'm not trying to like be racial, but y'all white boys, woo.
Yeah, baby. Thank you. I like that.
Y'all white boys be loving on your girl. I'm like, why is y'all these white boys? Where are you white boys? What the hell?
I don't know. It's in the genes. I don't know. When we going back. Oh God, there was something. Oh, you got me all flustered now. Hold on. Going back to when you were talking about the spiritual awakening, because I like that you hit home on that. You said that you saw the demon. I just wanted to share a story with you. There was a time when I was triangulated by what I think is a sociopathic narcissist or a narcissist sociopath and a narcissist like yours, a rainbow dragon, one of those types.
Too funny.
And so, but those, I used to, like, back in the day, like, she loves us all fighting, like, not just us two, but all the other men that she triangulates, because he's triangulating women with her, and they're beating each other up and terrorizing each other and shit like that. But so that's what I was caught up in. At one time, I thought fighting back at him and talking trash at this guy was doing something, but it doesn't, guys. Really, unless you're going for a narcissistic collapse, unless you're going to narc slay, and make sure you're prepared to do that. There's no point in arguing with these narcs.
And they're cowards. They want you to fight for them, and they are freaking cowards. Like, I was just like, the narc wasn't physical, but I'm Chi-Town all day. I'm from the west side of Chicago. I actually said in the beginning, like, I really wish he could have put his hands on me, because that would have gave me the satisfaction of whooping his ass. But because we was like different races, they would have locked my black ass up.
There. I would hope not. I have seen this, Conita. So that's another dynamic with what I dealt with, because he beats her up and she takes it. She'll cover for the cops. When the cops come, because neighbors are calling, she'll be like, no, he didn't touch me. Meanwhile, everybody on the block's going, what the fuck? But anyway, going back to the demonic spirit. So I whipped this guy up because I'm a practitioner. I've been a practitioner my entire life. I know how to get at people's heads when I need to, And so these guys were terrorizing me, stalking me, doing smear streams on me every week, the whole thing. And I whipped him up. I talked some mean trash on this dude. I talked down at him. I'm sitting in the backyard. I look across the adjacent yard, and coming out from behind a garage is a black shadow form with white eyes. And the only thing that had coming off of it was assassin, like killer, death. And it was the demon that was a part of him that I had triggered by whipping him into a frenzy, like whipping into a hateful frenzy. And it came to check me out. Like when we talk about these demons and these narcissists, we mean demons.
Mm-hmm.
We mean that. It is evil. You cannot operate in negative karma, constantly lying, living in delusion, being selfish and grandiose, destroying other people, destroying lives, smear campaigning, triangulating, collecting energy from, anyone and anything. Like Conita was saying earlier, it doesn't matter. It ain't about sex. It's about just the supply. It's not about the looks. It doesn't about the gender or nothing. It's about supply. And just collecting all that and not like draw in these dark forces, these dark entities to you. It's a very serious thing. I wanted to ask you just a little bit more for people in the audience about your cleansing regimen. How did you cleanse that energy out of you? You said you cleansed and you took,
So I never said this in public before. I had to go almost 4 years abstinence. I won't say celibate because I don't know right now. Because I really wanted to get rid of those soul ties. And I was okay with that. I'm not this horny ass, woman that's like outside like a cat with my ass tooted up in the air, like, something like that. Like, I have really good discipline with my body. So I had to like really go through that process, but then I also had to go through the spiritual part. Because, being with them, you're like, you're sinning. We already know what fornication is and blah, blah, blah. Like that narc was never going to marry me. And thank God, we're never going to have, we had nothing to tie each other together and like with no kids or nothing like that. But they just would drag you into the pits of sin. Like I remember, like I thought the narc always over-sexualized women. And the narc would like, strip clubs or whatever. I didn't care about that because I was like really secure in myself. And I'm just like, okay, well, you've been married for whatever amount of years, and I'm that, you know, that single girl, and maybe you just want a little bit of excitement. Stop filling in the blanks for these clown ass clowns, because they had already done that. You're thinking that you're opening them up to this new exciting life. They had already did that. They're actually programming you to follow that. You know, we'd have been to Amsterdam or whatever. And I remember, I'm gonna say this, guys, and I've never said it before. I remember, you know, going to Amsterdam. I had to go do a show, whatever, in Amsterdam, whatever. And I'm just excited. We already know what Amsterdam is.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. I'll just say this: I was excited to eat, and I couldn't get with the 7-hour time difference or whatever. And I remember I was like, my show is not until later tonight. I need to sleep or whatever. And I just slept, but I didn't think at the time. I already know these narcs are so disgusting and nasty. You guys will not believe how many trips we took that this narc like booked a whole nother room in the same place that we were at with sex workers, with trainers, with wigs on the red light district. And I did not know until the people that I was traveling with for the comedy show, they was like, I thought you knew. And I'm like, no, because people don't tell you what it was until it's done. Like, I thought you knew.
Right.
They will literally, you wouldn't even never guess at all that. They just downstairs on floor 2, y'all on floor 6, and they got a whole new trainee or a whole new whatever, or a call girl or a call guy or all of them. And you're just sleeping. When I say I had the worst, y'all, I had Satan himself. I had Satan himself. But I do thank God that it didn't make me judge races, people, genders, nothing. It didn't do that.
Because you're a good person.
It didn't do that at all. My sister-in-law, I'll never forget her. She was like, don't let him do that to you. Because I was like, I would never again, and I would never do this again. She was like, don't let him do that to you. No, don't let him do that to you.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
That shows strength. And it's so difficult to do because they put you in those situations without care, first off, at best, but most times to make you racist, to make you sexist, to make you like a phobe, to make you hateful.
Yeah, and I'm not racist. I don't care. I'm open. I'm single. I wasn't raised like that. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I needed to isolate. I was in Florida by myself for 3.5 years. My son did come down here eventually, but I just didn't care. I just like no sex, no nothing, no contact. Just I had to like start over from the beginning. I call myself the new Virgin Mary, and I got 2 birthdays. My original birthday is August 5th. Leaving that narc, my second birthday is December 5th. I got 2 damn birthdays. I celebrate it. Yes, I do.
Nice.
I sure do. And then people made me feel so good. They was like, wow, you don't even look your age. They will age you. They will make you look terrible. I don't know. Maybe it was just God's blessing or maybe my process of healing. But yeah, they would age you. They would just destroy you. This damn knock would be so disgusting. Like he was God's gift to the body. He would like go out and check the mail ass naked. And I didn't want the neighbors to think I'm some type of pervert freak. Like first of all, these balls don't even work. Why are you opening the mailbox with these broke ass balls? Matter of fact, put them balls in the mailbox and send them damn things off to be like, I had enough.
Damn.
I'm just like, come on, your Weibos, no bro, your Weibos is like over this. This is not a 5-minute egg. Them things been boiling for 15 years. Nobody wants that. Look, this is why you don't mess. And that's the thing. I was like, why would you mess with me? He already knew that I was a female comedian. I'm an actress. I'm a writer. I'm a director. I do music. Like, why would you pick me? Because y'all listen to my music. I clown this clown in my music, but it's healing. I clown this clown in my comedy, and my play is about to come out in my book. Why would you pick me?
Right. to destroy you, to take your light, Conita. That's what they do. These narcs love getting people who have talent, you know, that are connected to source, that have good values, that love themselves, that love others. They want to extinguish that light in you, and you did not let that happen. You're a winner. Like you're a slayer, and now you're going to be a slayer. You're out here, you know. That's beautiful. You know, Lacey Taylor doing the same thing with her music. Like that's her recovery album. Like that's her overcoming narcissistic abuse. And now you're doing the same thing. And I love seeing that. That like for me, that is something that's going to shine light what you're doing for other people, other survivors who are going to hear your comedy, going to hear your music, going to hear what you're doing. And you're going to inspire them. You're going to give them a chance to laugh, maybe at themselves, at the situation, but you're going to give them a chance. I have worked with
so many celebrities, and also I am a chef. Like I got my cooking, like Facebook. I'm already monetized for Facebook with the cooking because sis can cook. I may be 119, but sis can cook. So you guys can like pretty much follow some of my stuff. I'm on YouTube with Conversing with Conita. I'm on TikTok with Conversing with Conita 2.0. I'm on Facebook with Conita's Kitchen, Cooking with Conita, Cooking with Conita. Yo, girl can feed y'all. Y'all look. Somebody gonna be like, look, you're not married yet. Can I get a little bit of that? Look, we can talk.
Cooking with Conita. All right, here it is.
Yeah, I'm a school teacher. I teach 5th grade. I do music as well. Like I said, I write, direct, produce my own music, plays, and all that stuff. I've been all around the world. It's just, you know, I'm here in Florida. I don't know what God got for me, but you know, I think that I'm that black diamond in the rough. That the reason, because you told me as well, you like your numbers are way too low. I just think God was trying to protect me because I'm still under attack with the narc. That's why I'm telling you guys on your platform the things I won't say on my platform, because the narc is stalking me. So, but the narc don't know you. So I'm just gonna say it all.
I'm glad that my narcs don't know your narcs, because there's narcs that stalk me still to this day. Dude, I got self-aware narcissists, Rat Wolf out there coming at me, Narc X, Rainbow Dragon. I have narcs.
Self-aware narcissists that's contacting me like, whoa, you are really big. This one particular person, I'm like, wow, you really big. You found little on me.
They're evil. They're looking for supply. The self-aware narc. I triggered the cluster beavers, Conita. I went out there and did a video about, because somebody asked me, one of my subscribers on TikTok asked me about self-aware narcissists. What's my opinion? So I gave my opinion. And it triggered these cluster beavers. Don't talk about Lee Hammock. I'm talking about nameless narcissists.
Okay. So we know the same people.
They all attacked me. They all attacked me.
I didn't get attacked. They didn't attack me. They actually contacted me. They didn't attack me.
For supply. They want you for supply, and that's what it's all about supply. And if I'm just letting you know now, might as well just say it in the open. If any of them, like Rat Wolf, he comes around and watches this. If any of them see you here, they will try and smear me to you. They went on
So one, you got Steve. I think you had a guy. Do you have like a guy you do? Steve. Somebody was smearing your friend. Steve.
My name is Steve.
Name one of the guys you normally have on the show, because somebody came to my page smearing this guy.
Coil, Scott Clark.
Scott.
Yeah. Oh, Scott. Oh, yeah. He's got a psycho narc out of Las Vegas who actually works for the military. So this person came
to my page smearing Scott, and I was like, well, I don't really know Scott like that, so I just like ended it.
So Scott's story is this: Scott got with a covert narcissist woman. This other narcissist came in. Stuff mirrored him because Scott's a big Christian. He has a huge Christian following. And so this demon mirrored him, became his friend, had him help, started building his own community from Scott, because Scott's a good guy, you know, Christian to Christian, right? Well, you know, the other guy wasn't. And then when Scott started going through the breakup with the covert narcissist, this guy swoops in, starts effing his ex-wife while he's going through a divorce and abuse. Kids involved, no care whatsoever, and has ever since, Chris Hamrick is his name, has forever since stalked him, created fake accounts. He attacks other Christian pages because he's a real Christian. One of his old accounts even came at my girlfriend last week and sent her a concerned message about me because I'm a narcissist. Oh, the whole gambit. Understand, This is the game that you're getting into, Conita. When you're a narcissist slayer, when you call these fools out, they're going to attack you. They're going to, you're gonna pick them up because they smell fuel, they smell negativity, and they want to come in and get you.
So how long have you been out? How long have you been out
of the relationship?
So you got a new girlfriend, but so how long have you been out?
Oh, I was single for 2 years, around about 2 years.
How are y'all doing that? I felt like it just took you too long. Like you guys be clapping back real quick, and I was just like,
I need to have sex. It's a sex thing. I need to have sex. At some point, I needed to have sex. I was good.
So let me say something about that. The first red flag I got from that crazy ass narc when the balls don't work and had the nerve to tell me did. The narc was like, I have to have sex every day. And I'm thinking like, okay. You know, I think nothing about it. You know, like, but I don't know if I can like live up to that or whatever. Then I realized what it really meant. Cheating, hand banging, maybe me, maybe him, maybe her. Like, I'm just thinking like, who's that damn horny that you have to have sex every damn day? Like, I mean, look, Nana got to have a rest. My Nana has to have a rest. We not doing that.
But it's not about that, right? So it's about, so you're the energies of sex, like the purest form of energies with intercourse, with sexual exchange is creation. It's manifestation. It's life energy. It's, you know, it's a woman builds you up, and then you give life to the woman, and then she carries it. Like, it's all about manifestation and cycles of life. That's God. That's creation, which is why narcs. It's one of the many reasons why narcs go after that. For me personally, I was emasculated to the point where I did not have sex for 1.5 years. And then part of my healing journey was like, okay, can I actually have sex again? You know? And so, well, the oddest damn thing is, Conita, that she sent, I didn't let Narc X back into my life. So she sent someone else into my life to love bomb me from this area. Well, but now
that's a whole different triangle. They would set you up with somebody they know to retry. Yes. You don't want to go there. I still got story. Man, I got story.
Yes. And but the weird thing is I flipped it though, girl. Even though I ended up having sex with another narcissist, I flipped it because she was luring me in with that. And so I learned that I could again. So even though she couldn't hold the mask up for 45 days, I went no contact. 3 days later, she's on my ex's channel doing a smear campaign. Like, wow. That's how quick it was. Yeah, it was just like, you know, oh, but we don't know each other.
That was just the flying slut monkey.
That's it, right. But then I went abstinent again, and then I just found the right person. Really, it just. I mean,
that's hard. You did that in 2 years. That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard.
It is. It is hard. It was hard because I didn't want to date. I didn't want to love. I didn't care about myself. I didn't think I was good enough. I had to cleanse myself. There was a lot of. I had to go to therapy, man. I had to go through a lot of things.
Man, like I told my doctor, give me 2 therapists. Like I need 2 phones.
Yeah. Oh, real quick. Adventures with Beth. She's the bad girl of the chat. The Dragonstorm harem. What is going off? I need to remember what's sex. Conita, please excuse me just for one moment. This is just something we do. Beth, sex is when you come home late and don't tell me where you've been, and then tell me what a piece of shit I am because I'm not paying the bills and you're not going to, and then you step on me. All right, then you step on me with stilettos and you ash cigarettes on my face and just tell me what a piece of trash I am. That's sex between us, Beth. Good to see you, sweetheart. Thank you so much for being here. Much love to you, honey. And it's good to see you, baby. That's Beth. A cluster B milkshake. Holy shit. I don't know. De Ricardo. It's whatever it is.
That's so crazy. I don't know what Cluster B Milkshake is doing, but y'all, this is not the only content platform this week that was saying something about that person. I followed that person a little bit, but not a lot. And I'm like, what the hell is going on with this Cluster B Milkshake?
I don't know. Is Cluster B Milkshake? Is that I think it's a self-aware narc, right? Yeah, De Ricardo, let me know.
I don't know. I think it's a female.
Listen. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know about her. All I know is a narcissist is a narcissist is a narcissist. All right. I don't care if they Lee Hammock. I don't care who they are. The only narcissist I listen to is Sam Vaknin. And that's because he kind of started it all. and he really he's a clinical psychologist. He's been working on himself.
I can't understand his accent. I just like I can't. I tried to listen to him a little bit, but the accent is like really throwing me off.
I don't agree with everything he says, but as far as the technical information, I enjoy the technical information that he gives. But he also doesn't believe that there's a God, and he thinks that we're all crazy for being spiritualists. And I just said to myself, I was like, well, that's because you're a narcissist, bro. Like, you're not connected to God. It's okay. But when like I said, the only experiences that I have had, she's a self-aware narcissist. A narcissist is a narcissist. Narcissists do not change. They only change their game. That's all they change. They change
people like they change clothes. And some of them clown ass don't change clothes. They don't change clothes.
Lee Hammock up there, like, okay, he smiles, he looks good, he's a good-looking man, he's trying to give out good information. I have talked to women whose DMs he has been in. You know what I mean? Yes.
Really? Really?
Yes. He's a narc. He's a narcissist. Dude, and when Batwolf, when the whole thing started with him, he started smear campaigning and looking into my past, digging into my history, trying to do smear streams. Thankfully, he has a BPD girlfriend. So I guess like he wasn't getting anything shoved up his ass that week, and they got into a fight, and they smear campaigned each other. So I was all right for about 2 months. They're busy fighting with each other. But
I want to show you guys something. This is how freaky it is. This is one of my shoes.
Oh shit!
This is one of my shoes, right? And Narc wanted to beat me so bad that couldn't fit these shoes, came up in these boots right here. But they be wanting to stomp their balls in shoes like this, like.
Okay, Beth, you see what she's holding up right there? That's what I'm talking about. That's
Mama, look.
You did value me like that.
Mama got some stilettos, like I'm sexy. I'm sexy, but I ain't gonna have to be sexy for a trainee with a wig. I don't rose like that.
Beth is so cool for me, Conita. But like when Beth's a survivor as well, and we actually met up in a tarot chat, in a spiritualist chat, and we hit it right off. It was during the time when I wasn't dating and I felt low and I was emasculated and I felt like I was ugly and not worth it. Aww. And Beth and I started flirting. She's my angel. Beth and I started flirting in the chat. Like she was the first woman I was able to just like be flirty with after all the abuse. And so that's why she means so much to me.
You just needed some love, baby. You just needed some love. I love her to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're not like that. I know you're not like that, Beth, but listen, we got to keep the fantasy alive, all right? We're very toxic for one another.
You funny as hell. You are funny, sister. You funny as hell. But, I did meet this one guy. It was like I was on a flight going back to Minnesota from Orlando, whatever, to go see my daughter or whatever. And the flight ended up being delayed. Well, we were like at the airport for like 6-7 hours. And the man was like, sitting there and he was like, well, I'm just going to go outside and get some air. And I was like, well, I'm going to go with you. He didn't say no. So we went out there, he got some air and whatever. And, we end up like chopping it up, whatever. And he's from Minnesota, whatever, really cool white guy, like really, really cool white guy. And I was like, I didn't even think I would like do this white guy thing again. But like it was so funny. Like we really do connect like that. Awesome. And it was organic. It was so organic that I was comfortable. The man wasn't giving me any red flags or whatever. I was very, very comfortable. And, we clicked it off. I came there. He came here. I came there. I'm going back again. And I don't do I'm not trying to gaslight myself. I know the long distance thing won't work, like that. But I just want to get to know him.
I'm in a long distance thing right now, Conita. I'm in a long distance relationship. Oh yeah. And you make it work. And the thing is, the healthy thing for us really is getting to know somebody.
And I like to take my time.
Take the time to get to know them, to talk to them. Yeah, it does mean a lot because you don't want to rush headlong into a bad situation, and especially if you're talking to somebody who's been through other situations. Like they need that time too. So actually, I enjoy the fact that I'm in a long distance relationship at this point.
I do too, because it gives me my space and my time, but also give me a chance to know the man. And he never seen alligators, so I showed him all around Florida, whatever. And he races cars, so I was like, dude, if you had to show me this video with you racing cars, I would have never got in this car with you because I was touching my heart. I was like, why you driving like a knock? He was like, no, baby, I'm not driving like a knock. I just got to keep on Florida traffic. And you already know Florida traffic.
Yeah, I understand. I get it. It's like the Fast and the Furious down there, man.
I know, and he's a protector too, because of some crazy stuff going on. And he was like, come with me, and he's not saying anything. He's like, you know, grabbing my hand and he's like, come with me. And he like got me in. I was like, what's wrong? He was like, yeah, some dangerous stuff was coming over there and I needed to get you safe. And next, you know, police car, pew, pew, pew. And I was like, oh my God, he's a protector. He's a protector.
Real man.
And they say black women don't get protected. The hell we don't, because that man pulled me out the way.
Nice. Dude, that's a real man. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Real quick. The harem, sorry. The harem's acting up. No, that's the wrong one. There it is. The harem's acting up out there. Adventure with Beth says, all right, I'm off to get a ball gag and a whip now. You know, all right, you do what you got to do, Beth. All right, you do what you got to do. You ladies act out. I understand. We've been through a lot. We've been abused. So, you know, do what you have to do. All right, subdue that man.
Yeah, we abused, but we won't be abused no damn more.
No more. What is your advice to anyone, you know, to anyone out there coming out?
Don't let nobody disrespect you. Like, people always looking for closure or whatever with these creatures. The damn disrespect is the closure is all you need. You know, like I said, it wasn't a physical thing with me. You know, my spirit tore down first or whatever, but the damn respect. And then I was like the one, like, I'm not going to be competing with other people. And I didn't know how to compete with other people, other races, and other sexes. So being in that interracial relationship messed my ass up because I had to compete with too much. Too much. The damn respect is your closure, people. God, please, just be gone. They're not the only people in the world. Nobody loves your narc, only you. Don't nobody want your narc, only you. Nobody wants them. They make themselves look like they're God's gift to. Nobody wants them because if that was the case, I would have stayed there. And I thank God that I didn't, because I really just found this beautiful ass man that raced cars. It scared shit out of me. But I mean, I really did just find a really good guy.
Beautiful. That is so beautiful. Conita, go ahead and tell them where they can find you and anything you'd like to promote, any of your channels.
So I'm just a small fry, you guys, you know, and I would appreciate the subscriptions and following me. So on YouTube, it's Conversing with Conita. On the Facebook, it's also Conversing with Conita. And on the TikTok, is Conversing with Conita 2.0. My name is very unique. It's spelled Conita. So if you just type my name in, everything's going to drop down or whatever. And then my cooking page is Conita's Kitchen. You guys got to follow me because your girl can cook. Look, I don't know when your Dragonstorm. I don't know when your birthday is, but if you need sis got you. I'll cater that whole damn thing.
I'm heading down there end of April into May 2nd. I'm heading down.
I got you, baby. I got you, baby. I'm a cook for you. Like, look, I don't need look, all I need to do is cook for a man. I ain't even cooked for this man yet, but all I need to do is cook. Y'all gonna be over her. Y'all gonna be over here.
Listen, you bring your thing. You get your thing. I'll bring mine, and we'll meet up down in Florida, and you cook
that
for
would
us.
be really nice, because I would love to meet your person, and I'll just hit them up like, you know, hey, fly down or whatever. That would be so nice. And then what I want to do, I want to throw this out to you. This is off topic. I want to throw an empath party. I want to throw a survivor party, and I want to do it in Florida where we can all like dress up like prom night and just flex and entertain. If you're an entertainer, sing. If you rap. If you dance, like we're gonna entertain each other. And if the Narcs want to come, they just gotta pay their damn ticket. We'll take their money.
You're right.
We're gonna crown the king. We're gonna crown the queen. We're gonna do our little speeches and whatever. And don't nobody want to collab with your girl like that. And I'm trying to collab with somebody with, you know, doing my play. But don't nobody want to collab with your girl like that. Like, it's like we need to meet each other. We've been through enough. Why can't we just party? We can just party.
Let's do that. Let's plan that, Conita. You're a Dragonstorm Rogue, so we got that group on Instagram. We will connect all that together. Going to be having our girl Amy here next week to have a conversation with her, and then after that, guys, we're going to be planning shows every week. You guys remember the game: Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Heroes, Scott Clark, Mortal Coil, Sean K. Howard, Sean when she can show up, Coach Randy White. Now we're going to have Conita. We're going to have our girl Amy on the team. So we're looking forward to starting that series back up. And thank you guys so much for being here. Any last parting words you would like to give the chat, sweetheart?
I just thank you guys, especially King. Thank you for having me, my king. And yeah, I would love to do more with you. Like I said, I just threw that out, but you got my info. I got your info. And I know I'm being crazy, you guys. I have to bring humor into this. I see, is that Alexander? Adventure. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just have to bring a little laughter to break the ice or whatever, but I'm just trying to get there, and I'm trying to help as many people as I possibly can. But y'all gotta go look at your girl cooking page, cooking with Conita. Now I ain't gonna be twerking, but y'all can see my food. But I can't twerk, y'all. Y'all saw them shoes.
Beautiful. Thunny, thank you so much for being here. Guys, please remember to support your independent creators out there, whether they're working on books, channels, whatever there is. If you love them, support them, because we don't have an industry to support us. We only have each other, and we rise together. Please remember to check out Conita, Cooking with Conita, Conversing with Conita on all platforms. Follow her, support your girl. And guys, please remember to be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and never again suffer these fools.
Tells me he can get me out of this mess, but he's pretty sure you're fucked.
And of course, remember, as always, to clean your peen. Narcissists don't clean their peen. All right. Narcissists love mud butt. They love putting it in things. They like things up their butt. Narcissists are very net fruit flies. We're talking about mudslides. Make sure to clean your peen. It's a very important aspect of being a healthy person. And yes, of course, wash your hands, wash your ass, be good to each other, and suffer no fools. Thank you very much, Mortal Coil. But most importantly, guys, all right, manscape that shit. All right. Do not make them kneel for stinky eel. My love to y'all. Peace.